Good morning. So this is lecture 4, part B. We are still discussing managing people. We have discussed communication, and now we are discussing about performance management. So screen share. So, okay, this we have discussed, and we are going to discuss this plan for workforce need. So there are two dimensions, two things. One is the quality. New skill to be introduced by the introduction of technology or making the employee multi-skill. So you can increase the quality of your employees or quantity, number of staff by if there is a more demand or productivity of the staff to be increased. They are not working effectively, so increase this one. Or to turnover, to reduce the turnover rate or absentee rate. So absentee rate, more employee are absent 1 day or 2 day. Turnover, they are more employee are leaving the company for good. So for this one, and changes in the law of the worker right. So these are the two things, quality and quantity. So plan for the workforce need. So workforce, there are two types of contracts, part-time and versus full-time, and temporary versus permanent contract. And there is also a 0-hour contract as well, but we will not discuss this one. So there's a part-time and full-time. And what is the advantage of the company for the part-time? The staff can be required to work at a busy period or Christmas or somewhere. Overheads are reduced. So this is emergency need, and firm can employ part-time workers. Firm benefit from the staff available when it's needed. So when is emergency need, so we can have this part-time workers. What is disadvantage? So more staff is required, so there will be less communication, and it will be a more burden on the managers. Communication is difficult because the new staff do not know the terms of which is used in the company. And according to the Maslow hierarchy, we cannot give a different level to the different part-time staff. So this is also the problem. What is the advantage to the worker? Less commitment for certain workers, for student or parents. So they have less commitment. So because of this, they are here for 1 month or 2 months. So, and ability to combine several jobs, more flexibility, so they can combine different jobs as a part-time wherever they have got available time slot. Disadvantage to the worker, less payment and less security. Less security, definitely, this is not a permanent part-time job. So temporary to permanent, advantage to the firm. What is the benefit for the temporary contract? Less responsibility and less staff is required. So less when contract is finished. So there is no obligation to the company to rehire them. And disadvantage to the company, worker are less motivated and efficiency goes down because they know that our contract will finish in this one, and they are not motivated by, according to the Herzberg theory. Next one is advantage to the worker. What is the advantage of the worker for the temporary staff? On the other hand, some worker may develop their skill effectively and stay. They will be rehired. Their contract will be renewed, and or they can go to somewhere else. Disadvantage to the worker: payment may not be affected. Payment may be same as the permanent, but job security is less. That's why, according to the Hertzberg, so they will not feel Hertzberg and Maslow, so they will not be motivated. Measuring and monitoring staff performance. Why we measure the staff? That is poor workforce performance. If performance of the workforce is poor, that will be damaging to the reputation of the company. So that is a damage to the brand of the company. And proper evaluation is necessary. Proper evaluation and a fair reward propel high performance, and a fair reward system motivate the employees. So for these two reasons, we measure performance. And how we can measure the performance? There are a few terms we have to know. One is productivity, number of output which a company makes in 1 month or 1 year, divided by total number of workforce. So how many employee produce how many units? So this is labor productivity. Higher is better. Absentee rate. Number, it is a measure of proportion of total workforce who are absent over a particular period of time. How many workers were absent in a week or in a month? So for one, how many days? So this is absentee rate. Higher is not better, lower is better. So low absentee rate means there is no employee were absent. Next one is labor productivity. So next one is labor turnover. This is very important. And it is a measure of rate at which the staff leaves the business over a certain period of time. How many employees left divided by total staff. So this is the rate. So this is the case study. So you have to find labor productivity. So labor productivity, output divided by number of worker. So from this one, you have to find out the unknowns. So there are, if labor productivity is 14 and output is 14,000, so 14,000 divided by 1,000 is equal to 14. So number of worker is 1,000. So then labor cost you have to find out. So labor cost is the next thing. We will explain this one. So labor productivity is output divided by total worker, and labor cost is worker multiplied by their salary for 1 year divided by total unit. So from this one you can find out the labor cost for company A. So this is 10 and this is 2,000, and company B is 1,000 and this is 1,430. So and company C labor productivity 30,000 total unit divided by number of employee, which is 1,500, which is 20. So 20 unit per single employee. So labor cost, total number of employee, which is 1,500 multiplied by $20,000, which is 1 year salary, divided by 30,000 unit. So if you do this one, it is $1,000 per employee. So this is the result. So what is conclusion? So company A productivity is 10, B is 14, C is 20. Labor productivity, higher is better or lower is better? Which one? Higher is better. And labor cost. So labor cost per unit. So is a more cost in A, medium cost in B, and lower cost in C. So lower is better. So what? So these are the two criterias, and winner is C. So companies strive to maximize labor productivity and minimize labor cost. Have you understood this one? Yes, thank you. So next one is absentee rate. So number of staff absent. per period. Period may be 1 week or 1 month. Multiply by 100 for this percentage, divided by total staff. Labor turnover, staff leaving in 1 year. How many staff have left in 1 year? Divided by total number of staff, average number of staff employed in 1 year, multiplied by 100. So companies strive to minimize absentee rate and labor turnover rate. So both should be minimum. Lower is better. A specific measure of performance evaluation. And apart from this one, there should be a wastage level should be low, ratio with respect to the total output. So number of damaged unit should be low. So this is waste. Reject rate, which is a quality control, how many units are been rejected or they have been rejected by the customer or the quality inspector. Next one is a customer complaint rate. Higher the complaint mean higher the performance problem. So they have to, manager have to fix this one. Methods to improve employee performance. So this is very important. There are a few methods we will discuss. Number one is appraisal, performance appraisal. This is an assessment of individual performance in a systematic way. Manager and individual employees sit together and manager discuss what went right, what went wrong. What went wrong, and manager suggests some kind of training. So training opportunities are given to the employees, and wherever there is a new technology or a new competency are required, skills are required. So this is actually job enrichment. So variety of tasks they have to, employee has to do, and maybe some employee are not very well skilled. Next one is the quality circle. Small group of workers sit together and encouraged, and they are encouraged to take responsibility and solve the problems and discuss how we can improve the performance of our company. And this is job empowerment. And next one is the financial incentive. So company gave a financial reward to those employees who are work well. So higher the performance, and they will be paid more. So this is called performance related pay, PRP. And this is the list of references from which we have taken this material. And this is the learning outcome. At the end of this lecture, I think you are able to explain the importance of communication in business and the different methods used in business. And we in business, we use those methods which are structured, which can be saved, which can be communicated, and which can be copied. Sometimes we use WhatsApp, sometimes we use telephone, sometimes we use letters, sometimes we use email. And depend upon the circumstances. And identify mean of employee performance evaluation, how we evaluate the performance measurement. There are some ratios, productivity and labor costs, and this one, absentee rate. And suggest method of improvement of the workforce. So how we can improve this one. So there's a kind of appraisal and some other methods. Thank you very much. See you again. Bye-bye.